Howdy, howdy, folks. Welcome to Babble with Bronies. I am your host. My name is Everlasting Joy. We're working on a lot of, how do I want to put this? With a lot of issues at hand here. I don't know did I tell you that my second monitor broke down or not? Because if I didn't, my second monitor broke down. So what I'm operating on is just a one screen. So it's a mess, to say the least. So we're going to try and piece together what little we can of this catastrophe and try and have a even half decent episode. But anyway, yeah, you're going to see the XSplit window for a little bit from time to time here. And if it lags out, let me know so that I can take care of it. But anyway, let's get started. Don't have a lot this week. It's a really quiet week. But you can also get a hint on how I operate my notes. Anyway, the Crystal Games card game expander is up for pre-order. Quote, Toy Wiz tossed up pre-orders for the Crystal Games expansion along with some release dates. These theme decks will be dropped on the 10th of October, with booster boxes and separate cards arriving November 14th. If you want to pre-order them, there's a coupon, or coupon if you prefer. The word crystal will drop 15% off at checkout. Yes, I said I was going to check more into the cards, so there you go, folks. Yeah, we sell coupons. And lastly, in our news, this is the last day to apply for CQ's stream position. If you know someone who thinks that they would be interested in streaming and working for us here at Cinema Equestria, take them to this link, have them fill out this form, and we will then start discussing who we want and who we don't want. The closing time is, I'm going to sneeze, give me a second. Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, we have just, if you count now, starting right now, at the time of this writing, there is only about 8 hours and 40 minutes left. About. So figure, about 8-9 hours, that neighborhood, folks. So, get it out. Get yourself applied if you want to. Otherwise, we're going to be closing and we will be discussing moving to the next phase. And, crap. Oh well. Let's see what I can do from there. So, believe it or not, folks, I don't have any videos this week. That's how quiet it's been. Now, maybe I could have, but I also had to keep it on the down low because the movie that we're going to be watching here is 44 minutes, so I couldn't... I decided to go with more art than videos, so, sorry about that. Oh well. Crap. Anyway... Since I see him in the chat, I'm going to go with this one first. This is Adam L. Humphreys, LED, Luna, Mane, and Tail, animated. Now, Adam, feel free to say things about what it took to create this, what you liked about creating it, what you didn't like, things like that. Because by the time I get to it and get it up, you'll get this message. But anyway, yes, please tell us what went into making this thing. You guys probably saw this one on EQD, and I thought, oh, this has to go in. I'll give Adam a little time to explain himself. J.E. Smith. Microcontrollers, what are those? I concur with what Console says there. This is some of the stuff that I love to do for doing this show, is when I find stuff like this. The stuff that says I can take okay. I can take something, in this case a plushie, and take it to another level, like this. So this is really cool to see, Adam. Very well done. And people say, anyway, this is Adam L. Humphreys, LED, Luna, mane, and tail, animated. Thanks for showing up, by the way. Anyway, let's move on, folks. I bet that was fun. All right. Let's go with this next one by Sokolas, titled Good Morning. This one was recommended to me by Twilight is Magic, so give him the thank you. Not hard to see why I put this one on, folks. Let's see, what was it? Oh yeah. I asked Sokolos himself when I asked for this one. I asked him, I first of all told him that this was really impressive on the basis of this is good colored penciling. It's amazingly done for colored pencils. And he told me that originally he was a digital artist, and I made the comment to him before that. I said, this looks good enough to be a digital artwork. And that's a high compliment. I'm giving him a very high-end compliment here. And he said, I've worked on digital drawings before, so I do have some idea of how they operate. And to me, to make a colored pencil work look as good as a digital artwork like this, that's skills, people. That's damn good. I think the best detail to highlight this, what I'm saying, look at her eyes when you get the chance, especially when I post the link. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning by Sokolos. Now this one, I'm going to do this first. Don't worry, we're still on. I just don't want you to see all of my Skype stuff, because I forgot to grab the two people I'm normally calling on a weekly basis. There we go. Oh, poop. It's just one giant fest here, isn't it?
And I am here.
Give me one moment, Tox.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
Yes.
Hey, Tox.
Oh, hi. Hi. I almost thought that was like my microphone was starting to cut out because it was like you didn't respond. I was like, oh, okay.
No, that was me having to fix some stupid thing my computer likes to do to me. Anyway.
That seems to happen a lot for everybody's computers.
It's like, no, you want this setting, don't you? No, computer, I specifically said not to do this.
Well, maybe.
Anyway, my rage and issues aside, tell us more about Is That All You've Got?
Okay, well, this is the DBC Applejack picture that I was working on that I mentioned last week. Now, this thing actually is one of my more interesting DBC pictures I've had to do. It's actually one of the very, very, very rare ones that I've done that involves a red sky.
Really?
That's actually, I had to look back at it. I've done like purpley ones and one's close to that, but I haven't actually legitimately done a red sky one. But this is actually the one that I've literally, I basically have put the most injuries into this picture that I've done to any other character so far. And the last one that I've actually added injuries to was my Daring Do one, which was close to 4 or 5 months ago at this, I think now. But I was really proud of this one. I mean, I needed something that was a little bit different. And I was going to do a battle scene one with Applejack, but I decided I went to an injury one only because I don't know why. It's just I wanted to try out a pose like this for like a while, but this individual Applejack changed from a frontal pose to a side pose, and then it changed to what this one was. In this matter of like 3 days, I kept changing the pose up.
How do I want to put this? What was the most difficult thing about this pose?
Oddly enough, it was actually that far back leg that is on her far back leg, the one that's like underneath her belly. That actually
The
was
back left one.
the on her perspective, it would be back left. Yeah, if you're just looking at it straight up right now, it's the back right.
Okay.
It's the one again. It's the one that's underneath her belly, the one that
Okay.
she's almost like sitting on. No, that one actually was a little bit trickier, only because as far as her pose goes, just because I couldn't figure out like how far should I have her leaning to the side. So I decided to keep it at like so it's a little bit not too overly crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, in reality, for the entire picture, the hardest part was. I'm trying to look it over. I'm gonna say it was actually trying to get the blood marks on it.
Really?
And trying to get that around that her close that the thigh that has a cutie mark to actually look round and all like muscled up like that because I had to warp the cutie mark just right to get it to like so it has tone into it.
It's pretty darn good effect on that end.
Yeah, for the little warp that I had to do. Yeah, I'm starting to get very good muscled up pony thighs and stuff like that. But it's like, but overall, it was definitely probably the injuries were definitely the trickiest thing to figure out just how many I wanted to add into this. The background, I literally just winged this whole thing. That was a complete straight shot background.
Mm-hmm.
But that is one that I've just put it this way. That's the first picture since BronyCon as far as a DBZ pony picture that I have. That's gonna be as far as a new thing to sell and stuff like that.
Sure.
But I have one more to do after this one, which is Pinkie Pie, and after Pinkie Pie, everybody's like, "Oh, you're gonna stop the series?" I'm like, "Hell no," because after I do Pinkie Pie, I got the next three. I mean, I have many more to do, but the next three is going to be Sunset Shimmer, Maud Pie, and Coco Palmel.
Coolio.
Yeah, it's really good for those. I haven't decided which one I want to do yet, but I'll do. It'll be one of them.
Sure. Anything else before we move on to the next comic?
No, that's all I got on this one. Probably DWZ Pinkie Pie will be shown next week. It's trying to because everything will be caught up. Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yep.
All right, let's move on then.
All right.
Titled "Philly with Pride," folks.
Okay, a lot of people are loving this comic. I'm not.
All right, do you want the athlete, Rainbow's dad, or neither?
I'm gonna take Rainbow's dad just because it wraps up nice.
All right, here is the link for you. Dot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I got it.
All right. I'll tell you. All right, I'm on there. I'm on the screen, and I'm on the first panel.
All right. Yeah, no. That's just at least just tell me when you get to the last one.
All right. Hey, kid. Don't be nervous. Go out there and do your best. All I can think about with this scene where she's standing at the exit is a scene from Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Actually,
you know which one I'm referring to. Sound effects.
Yeah, yep, I know exactly which one you're talking about. And she's flying around.
Last panel.
That's my little girl, yeah.
That was so off, it was funny.
Now this comic, I love this comic.
It's a cute one. It really is.
This is definitely one of my more favorite comics I've done in the past month and a half. It's because I got to experiment with this thing was a complete winged out comic. I basically like winging up these comics a lot. But what happens is this one, it's revolving around what Dash said in Flight to the Finish, which is she's saying she did tricks with the flag like the likes of no ponies seen before and no ponies seen since. So I did a comic that, and I'm amazed no one ever touched on that subject. It's been what, that episode was the 5th episode of the season. So it's
6th.
5th. Flight to the Finish was the 5th of the year.
Was it? Oh yeah, that's right. Go on.
Castlemania number 3, Daring Don't number 4, and then Flight to the Finish 5, then Power Ponies.
Yep.
I know too much.
Well, no, I remember Power Ponies was number 6, so that's
Yeah.
but I got it confused. Anyway, go on.
Anyway, so yeah, basically what I had to do for this one is there's obviously no Philadelphia. There's I don't believe there's anything ever shown from Philadelphia or that city itself. So I couldn't have a basis to go on what their stadium was like. So what I did for like the last week's comic that I did, or yeah, the one 2 weeks ago, what I did is that one, I I used the Crystal Empire Equestria Games, like when Miss Harshwini and Spike are working through the tunnels and stuff like that. I used that as a basic base for this comic. And I tweaked up a lot of stuff to make it so it was completely original and stuff like that. I had to basically just wing everything in this. And
was that a pun?
Yeah, I guess. No, I didn't know it was. Basically, so overall, I wanted to know. I wanted a character that was a Wonderbolt to be on the team that I could see being the veteran, but at least they had an official name. So actually, what's kind of funny is I actually looked this up with Ice Sticker, who's in the chat right now. We were going through Wonderbolt's names, and we kind of just came up to the opinion, because I had to get a second opinion on it, just like, which one should I use? And I came up with the idea of, what if I use this one? Because apparently this character, which is apparently the character that I chose is Misty Fly, and you only see her in Season 1. So I wanted a character that was completely minuscule and very, very backgroundish, but actually was relevant, and you could see maybe it was on the original team, but maybe is now currently the veteran old-time Wonderbolt as like a teacher perspective. So I basically wanted to go with that one. And
makes sense.
I didn't want to show the face because I don't know what the eyes. There's no eyes, and I don't want to make up eye color.
Sure.
But yeah, I kept the Cloudstar uniform and stuff like that on her body and stuff like that.
Nice.
But
I just have one more question for you.
Yes.
Are you going to do any Wear Celestia anytime soon?
Shut up. No. I'm going to stick to Wear Luna. Wear Luna is my thing for right now. Although Ice has been very persistent. Persistent. Yeah. Couldn't say that word for a second. But what I am going to do is I was looking over this panel, and I've gotten a lot of comments about that one with Dash carrying the flag. I remember I'm gonna make that into a print. But I have to redo the whole panel, which sucks because this is only 2 inches by 3 inches, so I have to make it 8 by 10. Yep. But the problem is that I've gotten people saying to me, I have it on my DeviantArt. There's actually someone that says, "Hey, do you know where I can find the vector of that one where she's carrying the flag?" I'm like, that's original by me. You won't see that on the internet. That was a sketch, and they're like, "Oh, okay." But no, this comic, I'm very proud of this one. Like the one that I'm working on right now, which won't be shown for 2 weeks because I have a weekly hangover for releases. I will say this. One thing I'm liking about this, like that one, is I like making up my own backgrounds though. Sure. But this one was a nightmare to do. But I'm very proud of this one. I'm seeing a lot of people like it. I like this one. I might actually do some more stuff with Philly Dash. Oh, and actually, before the last thing I'll say on this, this is the first time since before season 4 I've drawn Philly Dash. This is 10 months. Since 10 months I haven't drawn her. Yeah. Wow. I think it was September last year was the last time I drew her. Or October. Yeah, October. Yeah.
Speaking of which, we do need to carry on, and I'm sorry to cut it off like this, but cool. But anyway, take care, Tox.
Yep, and everybody who's here for next week, you'll see a DBZ Pinkie Pie.
Awesome.
All right, man. I'll see you next week then.
Yep.
Or unless on my streams.
Later.
All right, later, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, Toxic Mario. All right, let's move on to the next piece of art. This one's another Tox Mario stream regular. You probably saw this one too, but I don't know why. I didn't. Oh yeah, it was because this one was like last Sunday or Monday, really early this last week. Cuddle Shy by Barry Punch. Do I need to say much of why I put this one in, folks? This is a really darn good one, though, because what I like about this one, besides just the overabundance of cute, I've been keeping a close eye on Barry Punch here, and I've always I like his anime styling here. I like where he's going in terms of styling his ponies, and I want to keep watching that. I'm liking where he's going, and I want to keep watching. That's what I'm trying to say. Matt the Shadow Man. Falcon. Punch! No, that never gets old. Cuddle Shy by Barry Punch! No, I don't tire of saying that. All right. I'm going to go with this one. Our good bud Citra 360. And let's bring him up, shall we? Guess he's not there. So, okay. Well, then let's just take a peek at this picture and critique it ourselves. I like his use of colors, and I like his use of perspective on this one. The great thing about this is, let me bring that up here, quote, "It's fun imagining the power Twilight potentially possesses." He's referring to the power that she was granted in the season 4 finale. But where was I? I like this. I like the way he has the lights coming out of her like this, from the mouth, the eyes, and the cutie mark. That's about how I'd imagine that power flowing through here. Yes. And the idea of a very anime-esque power surge or release. Again, very good job on his part. Ice sticker. How come, Pony 1201? Tox is just jelly. Gather energy. Alright, this is Twilight Storm by Citra 360. And This one came in a bit. I was trying to get this in last week's show, but it came a bit late by the time I received the permission to do so. This is Adlin's Be Prepared, Fellow Changelings. And I believe Twilight is Magic recommended this one as well. But anyway, here's another. One of the things that I like about this picture the most out of all of it is the subtle use of colors. We rise from a cooler colors, blue and green, up to warmer colors, red, orange, yellow. And this works wonderfully in terms of several reasons. One of them just being eye flow, the other being perspective, or I'm sorry, eye flow. Wait, I already said that. But in the sense of, what else was it I was trying to say? You could even take it as a sense of power in the idea of all the power is collecting at Queen Chrysalis there. That's where all the power is concentrating. As you go further down, you start losing it, which makes sense. No kidding, Consulate. Poor Matt. Trust me, I've seen what charity auctions can draw. And yeah, insert your Lion King crossover here. Very good job, Adlin. This is Be Prepared, Fellow Changelings. All right. Last piece of art, and it's a comic. Oh, wait, no, I've got two of them. And is he... No, he isn't. This one, I have to say, is a very unfortunate story. And how unfortunate he is in here. My Brony side made this, Daymare Moon, the reversal, and he's been trying to get this on for 2 weeks, and every time I've always forgotten. So finally, I get a chance to show it, and of course, he's not here. Anyway, what if she won? One day Celestia disappears, but where did she go? Only on the day of night could she be seen, and all could know where she went. Trapped in time of timeless night, who's crafted the crime, a crime of light? Explanation: what if the sun could also aid in her escape on the day of an eclipse? Nightmare Moon casts a spell that only during that time she can switch places with her nemesis. How could this happen? Anything's possible in the depths of a crystal ball. End quote. He did a pretty darn good job with this one, I must confess. Good lighting, good use of it. The background's kept very black, except the only thing that illuminates us is this crystal ball. And yeah, picking the Madame Pinky scene out of It's About Time was very well done. I can't help but think that I like to think that this is sometime very long before the present day, but long after Nightmare Moon's banishment. So, in other words, Pinky has lived for a very long time. Princess Pinkie Pie. Now my nightmares are complete. Oh, please. We already know that Discord's done it, Matt. All right, let's move on, folks. And lastly, Unacceptable Warp Location by Beavernator. I brought this up earlier as a test. That's why it was already blacked or purpled out. You guys probably saw this one maybe earlier in the week, but I saw this one and I just said, this is so gotta go on. All right.
It's almost noon, Spike. It's almost noon and Spike's still asleep. We must have stayed up really late trying to crack that interdimensional spell. I guess we can always postpone lunchtime.
And for the record, I'm trying to aim for the Garfield cartoon from the late 80s, early 90s. Postpone lunch? Are you mad? Wait, who the heck are you?
I'll be up in a sec, Twy.
Where am I?
Spike!
Another reason to hate Mondays. There's a little epilogue after this.
What do cats eat anyway?
Lasagna. It was a staple of our diets when we cats lived in the wild.
Wow, what kind of a world did you live in?
One where lasagna monsters ran rampant and our stomachs had limited space. But seriously, I love how I lived with a loser claiming to be my owner, a dog with a massive tongue, some kitten, and a mouse. Is it Monday in this realm?
No, every day is Sunday in this realm.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not.
I still think it's a joke.
We always air on Saturdays. I'm serious.
Jackpot.
Wait, what's so bad about Monday?
It's a cursed day in our realm. We don't talk about it. Yes, I have to join in Garfield's statement here. Mondays are cursed, evil. Speak not of them. Unacceptable Warp Location by Beavernator. And that's the end of it, folks. So, you ready for the Socks and Fox and Goldilocks? All right. Prepare your heads, folks. It's going to get funny. I do have it downloaded, but I downloaded a really small version, so we're going to use the NetSticks version. Anyway,
glowing bright on frosty nights with a wreath on every door. Drifting through the air is the laughter that we share with our dearest friends once more. And that's what I love about Christmas. Hard to believe that it's almost here. That's what I love about Christmas. Have a merry one this year. Snowflakes in a swirl, every boy and every girl bundled up in red and green. Tinsel on the tree, every year we all agree it's the grandest one we've seen. And that's what I love about Christmas. Hard to believe that it's almost here. That's what I love about Christmas. Have a very merry one this year. The Santa Claus sleigh will be dancer will eagerly pull the sky. 1,000 bells ringing, the silver song singing, we're joining in far and wide. The happiest faces, the warmest embraces, the feeling of joy inside. That's what I love about Christmas. Can you believe that it's almost here? That's what I love about Christmas. Have a merry one this year. Carolers in the park, trees a twinkle in the dark, easy smiles and great good cheer. Memories all aglow, friends we met so long ago that we still hold near and dear. That's what I love about Christmas every year.
I think it should be bright gold with red sparkles and taste like strawberries.
That would be good. But what if we made it silver glitter and blueberry flavored?
Sweet. What do you think, Cotton Candy?
Oh, why does this happen every year?
Because making the Here Comes Christmas candy cane is a Ponyville tradition.
Whew, well, it's not very fun. How can you say that? I love this part of Christmas.
You do? Well, here.
Huh? I meant making a candy cane. You know, Here Comes Christmas.
I know Christmas is almost here. That's why I'm trying to untangle the lights. Help! Hey, it's the Here Comes Christmas candy cane. I didn't know you two were starting this. What flavor and color are we going to make it this year?
Gold and red strawberry or silver glitter and blue blueberry.
How about pink and mint?
Pink and mint?
Sure. Pinky is the Christmas host this year, right? Add some mint, and you have Pinky Mint.
Wow! Pinky mint it is!
Hey, we need to get over to the big tree. Pinky is about to make her Christmas speech.
Hey, everybody! Wait for me! How can you smell the sweetness of Christmas without a nose? Perfect! Oh, maybe if his head was a smidge to the left? No. Maybe a scooch to the right. Uh-oh. Merry Christmas!
Pinky! 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 As this year's Christmas host, I first want to thank last year's Christmas host, Rainbow Dash. Rainbow! Rainbow! Rainbow!
We love you, Rainbow Dash.
We do love you, Rainbow Dash. You made last year's Christmas so colorful and filled with, well, rainbows.
Why, thank you. Thank you, darlings. How darling of you all.
Thank you, Rainbow Dash. Now, ever since we can remember, we have been making and then placing a very special Here Comes Christmas candy cane at the tippy top of the tallest tree in all of Ponyville. This candy cane is sprinkled with magical glowing dust, so Santa can see through all the clouds and make his way to Ponyville on Christmas Eve.
Clouds? Did she say clouds? Why does it have to be clouds? Don't worry, Thistle Whistle. Santa's flying tonight, not you.
Yep, that's true, very true. It's Santa's big night. He flies no matter what. He does it all right and not me. My friends, this year's Here Comes Christmas Candy Cane! Whoa! It's the Here Comes Christmas Candy Cane!
It's exquisite, darlings. It's the best and the very brightest.
Where is it? I can't see it. Oh, hey, could I climb on your shoulders? Oh, is that it? Oh, is it here yet? Oh, wait, I think I can smell it, but I can't see it. Oops, oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Oh, was that your foot? Oh, sorry.
Oh, hi, Mince. Thought that was you. Hey, nice sock.
Thanks. They're one of my favorites. Of course, I do love my green socks the best, or maybe my silver sparkle socks are my favorite, but I really like my rainbow socks and my glow-in-the-dark socks. Yeah. Oh, who am I kidding? I love all my socks.
But Mince, you're only wearing one.
Oh, well, I had to, of course, but I gave one away for a very special reason. And to make it extra special this year, I have asked one of our new friends to place it on top of the tree. Here you go, Starcatcher. Please put this in the place of honor.
Consider it done.
It's a beauty, all right.
And a perfect fit. And it is done. Merry Christmas, everybody!
Santa will see Ponyville for sure. Okay, ponies, we have to string lights, bake goodies, and decorate our trees. Let's get busy. It's almost Christmas. Wow, I'm so excited. I'm gonna put lights up everywhere. I'm gonna help decorate.
I'm gonna make a gingerbread house.
I'm gonna have the best ever. I'm gonna have the best ever. Perfect. Oh, maybe it needs to be a smidge to the left. Oh, no. Maybe a scooch to the right. Higher? Lower. Thistle! Cloud climber! Starcatcher! Anybody with wings? I guess it's up to me to fix this. It's gotta be just right for Santa to see. Oh, I wish I were a better pilot. Maybe I'll ask Santa for balloon lessons for Christmas. Oops. Oh, that looked a little closer than it was. I can do this. I know I can. I just have to give it a little more oomph. Just a little closer. If I could just move the bottom a little. Oh, what a pinky mint delicious smell! Santa's sure lucky getting this candy cane. He's gonna love eating every pinky mint bite of this. I wish I was Santa. That was close.
Hurry, darlings.
Are we ready? Hit it!
not so perfect. In fact, it's not perfect at all. I think maybe just one more little tap, and it'll be...
Uh-oh! Uh-oh! Oh no!
Do-over! Do-over! Please tell me that didn't happen. Oh, well, maybe it's not as broken as it looks. Oh no! It's more broken than it looks. What am I gonna do? I broke the special, bright, shiny, pink, one-of-a-kind Here Comes Christmas candy cane into a bunch of crackly pieces. Oh no! Santa won't be able to find us without the glow of the candy cane. What am I gonna do? What are we all gonna do? I've ruined Christmas for everybody. This is not good. Not good at all.
Hey, Minty! Excited about Christmas?
Sure, yeah, of course. Isn't everyone? Sparkleworks, can I tell you something?
Oh, sorry. No time right now, Minty. I've got to finish all these lampposts. Can we talk tomorrow?
Yeah, we got a jam, Mints. You might try Pinky. Pinky! That's it! I'll tell Pinky. She'll know what to do. After all, she is the Christmas host.
Too pink?
Oh, darling, you can never have too much of something you love. And you love pink. Lots and lots of pink. I might have added a few other colors just to make it more of a rainbow, but as pink goes, this is fabulous, darling. Ooh, must run. Have rainbows to hang.
Oh, it is fabulous, isn't it?
Hey, Pinky!
Minty, look out!
Oops. Sorry, Pinky.
That's okay. But now that you're here, you can help us hang this banner. I'm just a little busy with the Christmas celebration being tomorrow.
But, I have something to tell you. You see, I didn't mean it. I was just trying to make it straight. All I meant, well, and then I slipped and I grabbed it instead of it, and, it kind of slipped and then it just sort of happened. Oops.
Minty, I am sure everything will be okay, no matter what you did. But right now, I still have tons to do. I promise after Christmas we'll sit and talk and laugh and giggle. Can't stop Christmas from coming.
Unless you're me. Why did I touch it? Why did I break the Here Comes Christmas candy cane? Now Santa isn't coming tonight. Everyone will be so disappointed. I'm disappointed in me. All my friends are so excited about Christmas. Cotton candies, cocoa, sweet berries, cookies, twinkle twirls, carols. And look at my socks. They're all knotted up, just like Christmas. I've ruined everything for everybody. But how do I unruin it? Thanks to me, Santa isn't coming. Santa? That's it! I will be Santa and give everyone a great present. It'll be Christmas again. Now, what can I give my friends? It has to be wonderful. It has to be special. It has to be socks. After all, who doesn't love socks?
can be plain or fancy. They can be short or long. The simple white kind, the glow by night kind. With socks you can't go wrong. A gift as good as candy. A big balloon or blocks. They always come in handy. And nothing says Christmas like a pair of socks. When winter is turning your nosy, a little bit frozy, socks will make you feel comfy cozy. Who doesn't love to wear them? No one at all, that's who. The sparkly red kind, the wear to bed kind. It's nice to have a few. I know I do. Some folks enjoy new mittens, or a teddy bear that talks, or a picture book of kittens. But nothing says Christmas, Merry, Merry Christmas! Nothing says Christmas like a pair of socks.
Oh, Santa? Ho, ho, ho. Whew. Oh, yes, Santa? Ho, ho, ho! Minty? Oh. Hiya, Pinky. What you doing? Sleeping. What are you doing here? With one of your socks on your head? I was trying to be Santa. Why? What's wrong with the real Santa? Broken. You broke Santa? No, I'm so sorry. I ruined everything. I broke the Here Comes Christmas candy cane. Oh, Minty! Whoa, Minty! It was an accident. I just wanted to make it straight. I just wanted to make it perfect. Maybe we can glue it together. No, too many little crackly pieces lost in the snow. But without the Here Comes Christmas candy cane, there's no glow. Without the glow, there'll be no Santa in Ponyville. Without Santa, there's no Christmas. Minty, Minty, Minty. I know. I'm really, really, really sorry. Minty, what's your sock doing on my mantle? Pinky, you're right. I can't be Santa. Only Santa can be Santa. And they're just dumb old socks. You're giving away your socks? Oh, Minty, please don't cry. We'll think of something. I've got it! You've got it?
Nah. You can always...
I could.
This is it. I feel it.
I feel it too. What am I feeling?
Leave town.
Leave Ponyville? Forever? I wasn't feeling that. I'll miss everyone too much.
No. Leave to go to the North Pole.
The North Pole? The North Pole? You mean the one where Santa lives?
Yep, where Santa lives. Get it?
Yup. I will go and talk to Santa and fix it so no one will be disappointed. Thanks, Pinky. You're the best thinker I know.
Minty, wait! Minty! Oh, dear.
Hi, Thistle Whistle. I was just, taking a walk and looking at the beautiful balloons, and I thought I would take a little ride. I broke the Here Comes Christmas candy cane and ruined Christmas for everybody, so now I'm going to the North Pole and show Santa how to get to Ponyville.
Do you really think that's a good idea? I mean, well, you know how you are in balloons. Just a thought.
Okay, so I'm not very good at flying or steering or stopping. I have to do this. Wanna come with me?
When you say with you, do you mean fly into the clouds with you? Or do you mean wave goodbye and wish you good luck with you?
Come on, it'll be sort of like an adventure.
When you say adventure, do you mean fun and games kind of adventure? Or do you mean it's scary out there kind of adventure?
It's okay, Thistle. I understand. But this is something I have to do. I have to go find Santa Claus to see if I can make up for what I did. Well, Balloon, looks like it's just you and me. North Pole, here we come!
Wait, Minty, wait! Oh, I should go with you.
Minty, come back! I didn't mean you should go alone.
Minty alone in a balloon? That's not good.
You're right, Thistle. I need to go after her.
It'll be faster if I follow her.
Thanks, Thistle. Be careful! There are clouds up there, you know!
I know. I see them. But Minty needs me. No. What are a few fluffy, harmless clouds anyway?
Whoa! Steer away! Steer away! Or maybe not. That was close. But that was closer. Oh no! Timber! Okay, this is okay. I hope the wind knows the way to the North Pole. Oh, up! Up is good! What happened?
Is it Christmas?
Pinky, are you all right?
Was that Santa? Was that Santa? What's going on?
Oh dear, look at the tree, darlings.
It was right there.
The Here Comes Christmas candy cane is gone.
Minty! Minty! Yoo-hoo! Minty, are you in there?
No, stop! Hey, everybody! It's not in the snow! Well, not in one piece. It broke. Minty accidentally broke it into a bunch of crackly little pieces.
How will Santa find us? No Santa? Whoa.
What should we do? First, we need to go rescue Minty.
Rescue her? Oh dear. Is she in danger, darling?
She's Minty, isn't she? And she's flying a balloon. She felt so bad about what she did, she's on her way in a balloon to the North Pole to find Santa and save Christmas for all of us.
Minty?
Out there? a balloon?
Alone?
Poor darling.
Yes, and Thistle Whistle went out in these clouds to find her.
Thistle Whistle? Out in these clouds? To find Minty?
We've got to go find our friends. They need our help. Yeah, let's go.
Oh, look! It's just as I thought it would be.
Wow, it's the real North Pole. There it is. And there it goes. Hey! More clouds. Why does it always have to be clouds? Oh, Thistle, am I glad to see you? Help! Okay. Look, clouds everywhere. Maybe we should just forget the North Pole and go back to Ponyville.
But we can't. I have to get to Santa to tell him what I did, so my friends will have Christmas.
Maybe we should just forget the North Pole. The clouds don't look so bad. Maybe a few more minutes. Or options. Oh, we could leave right now.
Thistle, you hanging on?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Or we could go now. Thistle, do you know the way home?
I'm okay. Thanks for asking.
You can say that again.
Look out!
Oh, that's not good.
Thistle, we're okay. I hope. Tell me again why that candy cane was so important. Pinky! Minty, Thistle!
Wow, that was close.
We need to find somewhere to land until the weather clears up.
Yeah, I think you're right. Can you lead the way?
Consider it done. Follow me.
Wow, look how pretty! It's so Christmassy, just like in all the stories sing songs. Look, it's a toy shop. They make their own sugar for their own cookie shop. Smells sweet.
Oh, look how darling, darlings. This must be where the elves live.
And I guess that is where Santa lives. It's a note. It's from Santa. It's a note.
It's a note, darling.
Ooh, yep. The big kahuna. That's an important note. It says, "Sorry I missed you. Gone giving. Be back in the morning. Merry Christmas." Santa's gone. I am so sorry. I ruined Christmas for everybody. I didn't mean it. It was an accident.
We know, Minty. Oh, darling, of course we do.
Too true, Mints. You and Thistle are safe. That's all that matters.
Minty, you came all the way up here to give us back our Christmas. You've brought us to the most magical place of all.
Well, the North Pole is pretty special.
I meant in here, your heart.
Look, everybody! The clouds are clearing up! What do you think, Starcatcher? It's Christmas! Time to go home! Can you lead us back to Ponyville?
Consider it done. Here now, the magic of Christmas is filling our hearts with light. Strange how the magic of Christmas can make our world glow so bright. There are wondrous places to roam, but now at last we're going home. We've dreamed of it sweetly, still believing so completely that the best dreams always come true, and we wish you the magic of Christmas, a gift of great joy in store. Here's to the magic of Christmas, it's all we've been longing for.
Magic forever and ever. Magic forever and ever. Magic forever and ever.
Everything looks so darling, darlings.
Hey, everybody! Look at the big tree! Minty, aren't those your socks? Yeah, my pink socks for, well, Pinky. My sparkly silver socks for Sparkleworks. My rainbow socks for, who else? Rainbow Dash. I guess I thought if I gave everyone one of my socks. Silly, huh? But wait a minute. I didn't. I mean, I hung them inside and...
You gave us your precious socks, darling? How darling.
Whoa, Mints. Thanks. And look! There's little goodies inside the socks. Thank you, Minty. But I didn't. I mean, they were just plain old empty socks. Besides, I was
was at the North Pole, remember?
Then who did all this?
Santa! How did he find us without the glow of the candy cane?
Maybe it's not the glow of a special candy cane that brings Santa to Ponyville every year, but the glow of everyone's love and concern for each other. After all, isn't that the true meaning of Christmas?
Why, yes, that is the true meaning. Hey, everybody! There's another note from Santa. Minty, the sock idea is a good one. Mind if I use it from now on? Merry Christmas, Minty. Merry Christmas to you too, Pinkie Pie. Merry Christmas, everybody! Rainbow-colored lights glowing bright on Minty nights, and a bow on every door. Dancing through the air is the laughter that we share with our pony pals once more. And that's what I love about Christmas. Hard to believe that it's almost here. That's what I love about Christmas. Have a merry one this year. Coconutty snow, every pony that I know bundled up in pink and green. Gumdrops on the tree, every year we all agree it's the sweetest one we've seen. And that's what I love about Christmas. Hard to believe that it's almost here. That's what I love about Christmas. Have a very merry time this year. Our twinkle twirls twirling, our Pinkie Pies whirling, the party has just begun. With starcatchers singing and jingle bells ringing, Sweet Berry joins in the fun. We're dancing away in our favorite cafe, Rainbow Dash and Minty too. Our voices raised higher than stars up in the sky as we celebrate a dream come true. That's what I love about Christmas. Can you believe that it's finally here? That's what I love about Christmas. It's a merry one this year. Stockings full of treats, carols drifting down the streets, easy smiles and great good cheer. Ponyville's aglow, and it's wonderful to know that our dearest friends are near. That's what I love about Christmas. Have a very minty Christmas this Smidge to the left. No. Maybe a scooch to the right. Minty! What?
wreath on every door. Drifting through the air is the laughter that we share with our dearest friends once more. And that's what I love about Christmas. Hard to believe that it's almost here. That's what I love about Christmas. Have a merry one this year. Snowflakes in a swirl, every boy and every girl bundled up in red and green. Tinsel on the tree, every year we all agree it's the grandest one we've seen. And that's what I love about Christmas. Hard to believe that it's almost here. That's what I love about Christmas. Have a very merry one this year. The Santa Claus sleigh will be heading our way. Down a river of stars he'll fly. Donner and Dancer and Dasher and Prancer will eagerly pull the sky. 1,000 bells ringing, their silver song singing, we're joining in far and wide. The happiest faces, the warmest embraces, the feeling of joy inside. That's what I love about Christmas. Can you believe that it's almost here? That's what I love about Christmas. Have a merry one this year. Memories all aglow, friends we met so long ago that we still hold near and dear. That's what I love about Christmas every year.
And that's A Very Minty Christmas, folks. I am so going to be happy to be back on my wired connection when I get back there. But anyway, first impressions, the usual mantra while I set myself up here. Anyway, what was it? Oh yeah, my show notes. Of course, I share my show notes with you guys. The only difference is it's in a PDF, not a Word doc. So you guys know how they look. All right, so first impressions right there. Okay, I'm going to start off right with that, Matt. Because that's actually a really good question that I think is worth discussing. But before I say that, I'm going to say something to everyone. How do I put this? Let me back up here. We could spend the entire of this episode focused wholly on the problems of, I'll say problems, but let me say points of Generation 3 as an entirety. For the sake of this episode, trying to say argument, I don't know why, keep it isolated to this movie first. Let's address this movie first before we start talking about G3 itself, okay? I'm debating right now if we could do a G3 versus G4 episode, a discussion, and actually keep it tasteful. And I think we could keep it tasteful, let alone for a whole hour. But let me back up. It's the time that is the problem. I don't know if we could do it for an hour. That's why I'm debating a lot of this. So, on your point there, Matt, I have to ask everyone, please try and keep things related to this movie first. And why don't I just ask you guys, do you think it would be possible for us to do a 1 hour discussion of Generation 3 versus Generation 4? Well, Give you a minute. Whole tangle of problems that interweave and make for a train wreck. How colorful use of words. I like that, Tim. And yeah, I realize that's going to be the case, Tim, but yeah, I realize the timing of this is going to be a bit trickier. So I don't know when exactly we would get to said episode. Maybe what we could do is view some... Well, we'll think about this. This is probably going to be one of those long in the future or far in the future episodes. But the way you guys are giving it to me, that sounds like something you really want to do. So we'll try and make something happen here. But let's get to the A Very Minty Christmas here. Matt, I do... why don't we start with that question of yours, though? We'll try and keep it isolated. But what Matt asked was, if G3 had not been straight to DVDs packaged with the toys and was an actual TV show first, would it have been better? I'll give you guys a second to gather your thoughts and type them, like always. People are just dropping off like flies. Is the episode really that bad, folks? I know I said we have some technical problems to deal with, but... I'll have to remember that then. Obviously, we're only speaking about hypothetical situations here, so anything we say is nothing more than just as hypothetical as the concept. To me, I think where Mr. Ben put it is best. How G3 went to G3.5 to G3.6. I would not be shocked if that was the intentional and inevitable direction that Generation 3 was going to take. Had it have been a TV show, I'm guessing that it probably would have been a half season, 12 episodes or so, of buy our toys, buy our toys, buy our toys. This is of course not, when it comes to Generation 4, folks, I find that a lot of things came together into a perfect storm, or a perfect combination, maybe a better statement. The fact that it was a TV show, 22 minutes long, 22-minute long episodes, and the people behind it come together to create what we got. G3, on the other hand, in order for all of that to happen again, or even, of course, beforehand, for that to happen beforehand, that's a bit of a stretch. I wouldn't be shocked if Hasbro was just thinking, whatever, disposable entertainment, it's going to give us a quick buzz to pass us through in the girls' department, said and done. The Dark 92 Enigma. Yeah, I'm curious in the sense if we do that far future episode, if we wouldn't have to, we'll think of something. But anyway, so let's get back on topic and ask, Very Minty Christmas, do you guys have anything to say about, why don't we start off with the opening scene there? How about the song? The song and the opening scene. Do you have anything you want to say about that? On a bit of a side note, truth be told, folks, I was figuring I would have a truckload of notes for this movie. This is the entirety of my notes, as you can see on the page, and a little bit more. So yes, I was surprised, to say the least, that I had so few notes. And yet when I thought about it, I thought, maybe when I sat down and thought about it, I said to myself, given the context, that's not that surprising. Good way of putting it there, Matt, or Tim, I'm sorry. How sad is that, Thunderbolt? Console, I think that very well might hit the nail on the head right there. Obviously, I can only speculate on that, but the evidence does say yes. Yeah, I'll say that much. I actually kind of found myself enjoying this song. It's not a masterpiece. It's not something I'm going to it's not something I'm going to re-watch or re-listen to again and again. But I can listen to it, and given what it's about, the joy of Christmas and the fun that comes with it, okay, yeah, it's okay. I've heard worse. What was the other one? So yeah. Now I want to talk about Minty. What do you guys have to say about her? Yeah, but Pinky isn't clumsy. She's crazy, but not clumsy. Matt, I think you make a point. And that leads me to my point about her. In terms of seeing Generation 3 stuff, folks, both G 3.0 and the entirety of Generation 3, I haven't seen a lot. So I'm only working off of pretty much just what I've seen here. And truth be told, she's the only character that I actually like, because she has likable traits, good qualities to her, and more importantly, bad qualities to her. I think we've already hit on some of this in our G4 discussion, but yeah, she actually has flaws to her. And that makes her a very interesting character, it relatively speaking. Just a moment. Yeah, the episode's already shot to hell, so why do I care anymore? Exactly, Matt. That's exactly it. There's actually a third dimension to her character. Why don't we move on here? I think we've touched on Minty quite enough. So I think my next point that I want to discuss is how about just before she breaks the candy cane and all the way up to her distributing her own socks, like stocking socks. What do you guys have to say about any of this stuff? Yeah, look at how many things, in terms of the chunks of the movie, look at how big we're taking them, folks. That's something that should be considered. But anyway, I'm running off here. Okay, Matt. I'll get back to this topic a bit later because I'm going to agree with you on that one, Matt, but there's another point to it that I'm saving for the end. I think that's about all you can really say at this point. Anybody? All right, why don't we move on then? Unless there's any other thing that anyone wants to say. All right. So, question for everyone then. What do you have to say about the rest of the movie? Because I really think we could go... I'm not trying to rush this. I'm really not. Again, this is just what I have to work with here. So, Minty is now heading off to the North Pole. What do you guys have to say about from that point on? And you feel free to break things down a little bit further if you want, into smaller sections and address them. But, again... This'll whistle. This'll whistle. Whew. As opposed to Mr. Ben? Tim, that has got to be one of the greatest ways of putting anything I have ever read. The merch mythology of Santa and the merch world of G3 are a match made in a bank. That is really good, man. Save it for when we get there, Matt. But yeah, that actually brings up a good point. Some episodes that we've reviewed thus far, folks, it amazes me how much I can take from maybe just 2 minutes of a scene, or maybe I'll be a little more realistic, 5. How 5 minutes of a scene I can spend on saying this, that, this. And that's just 5 minutes. That's only about a fourth of the episode. With this, on the other hand, I'm saying, let's take the entire ending half and talk about it. Now, I will say that some G4 episodes are like that, where I've admittedly said, so what do you have to say about the whole episode? And that's the first line I say. But I found that usually we do have a good amount to say. That being said, yes, that is a good point, Matt the Shadow Man. Most of the scenes after this are just following the logical progression of events. I need to rectify my problem with Santa. Tell him, don't forget about us. So they go to the North Pole. They get everyone to go. Everyone else, eventually. And we have... yeah, some... who was it who said unneeded drama? I wouldn't say it's... no, I would say it's unneeded. I'm thinking that's more along the lines of padding. That's what I'm looking for. But what do you expect? Given the source material, though, that begs the question, why? But I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyway, the point I want to make about this entire bit is the scene at the North Pole. I admit, it's not all that bad. It has that whole... how do I want to put this? as a Christmas special, it has that bit to it. The whole, we're all together and we're all happy, and it's not the presents that matter. It's the fact that we're all together, but without the presents bit, which I actually kind of like. I like the fact that it doesn't say, "Oh no, we don't have our presents. Oh Lordy, help us!" And then some wise person comes in and says, "Don't worry, we have each other. That is all we need." I could comment on that, but I'm not, because it's not present here in this special. What is present is the fact that it's one of those, is the fact that they all say, well, shoot, you did screw up, Minty, but oh well, we had fun getting here, and even though Santa isn't here to hear you out, at least we still do have each other, and we are willing to forgive you. That is actually a pretty darn good point, and I do like that, especially given that it's a Christmas special. That's actually a pretty darn good one. I'm going to read some of your comments here. Thunderbolt. I was actually channeling Sheriff Bart from Blazing Saddles when he's trying to escape the crowd that wants to shoot him. Mr. Ben, I'm sorry. Yes, I love Blazing Saddles a lot. So then, yeah, they go home. Everything's restored to the status quo. Happy ending. Good for them. And I mean that. Good for them. And that brings me to my next point, Dark 92 Enigma. So what do you guys have to say about the movie overall? And yes, I know this is where we're going to get into G3 as a whole with its problems. And that's fine. Go ahead and address them here, folks. Especially if you're trying to keep it in respect to as I restricted earlier. Because by the time we get to that G1 versus G3 versus G4 episode that we discussed, that's going to be way out there. At the very earliest, it's going to be after season 2. And even there, I don't think so. I think we're going to probably push that one out to way past season 3, for crying out loud, before we even for me to feel comfortable about it. You make a good point there, Matt the Shadow Man. I'm just waiting. I'm assuming that people have a lot to type here, so I'm giving them a little extra time to work with. Unless my computer froze or something, but it's not looking like it. Anyway, yeah, like I said, movie overall, what do you have to say? Yeah. The simplified version, I definitely say that. Thunderbolt, yeah. which is not saying much. You remember when Matt was when I asked you guys about Minty's efforts to try it with the socks, her going around being Santa, as she said? As much as I like that scene, there's one glaring problem I have with it. And it's kind of as we were hitting on with the everything after it bit. My biggest irk specific to this movie is the fact that that should have been the movie right there. It should have been Minty giving away her socks, trying to reprimand herself, and then everyone going, why do I have this one sock? Or better yet, have Santa come by in the night, fill it with goodies as he did, and everyone still saying, why do I have this? Why do I have these socks? Minty explains herself, and they say, you were willing to give up your most prized possession in order to make us happy because you screwed up. That is admirable, Minty. They hug, they have fun, they enjoy Christmas, and that should have been the lesson and the episode right there, folks. That's what it should have been. And if that were the case, I would probably be saying to you, that was actually okay. Not great, but it was okay. Instead, this leads me to, as I just said, the rest of the movie is a lot of padding. In fact, most of it beyond there is just that, padding. All just designed to stretch the movie out to a 44-minute length. In which case, I could actually go on and say, if they were going to do the North Pole trip, believe it or not, folks, I think you could make a story out of their trip to the North Pole. That, too, could have been executed, even at G3 quality, pretty good. Because it would have the same message as the sock bit. And it could have been executed, and believe it or not, maybe even executed in a 44-minute time frame. But instead, it's chopped up and used as filler, mostly anyway, for the rest of the movie. So what I'm getting at, folks, is you could have had two separate stories out of these stories presented within this one movie. Yet, they try and mesh it together. Maybe it's because they couldn't do a 44-minute out of each of them. Maybe it was because they thought they couldn't do a 22-minute deal or episode. I'm sorry. They didn't want to do a 22-minute deal. I don't know. All I'm saying is that what is presented, what I do know, is that it's two episodes, two of the same stories presented as one that should have been separated. And that's my biggest irk specific to this one. And a lot of the stuff you guys have been saying that are more generalized, touched upon G3, that stuff, A, we're going to cover, and B, yeah, I agree with you. Thunderbolt, that was actually pretty good. Overall, though, as I said, not only in some of the comments during the showing, but here as well. That's what I'm looking for. As everyone else was saying, this one isn't Terabad. This is not Newborn Cuties. And yes, I hate to sound like a bloody parrot here, but yes, I've seen Newborn Cuties stuff before the season 4 finale, the G4 season 4 finale, Brony State, where I watched it. they showed some G3.6, and yeah, we'll probably be getting there one day. Not only just at there, but we'll see. But the point is that compared to other G3 stuff, as everyone else is saying, yeah, this one, A Very Minty Christmas, it's not bad. It's not good, but it's not bad. It's meh to me. If I never watch it again, I won't be sad. If I do watch it again, well, I'm not going to be the one screaming, "Ah!" Matt. True, though, but you know what I mean. Intercontinental ballistic princesses. Any final thoughts before we wrap this up, folks? Matt. Hey, what's the song? We could note the fact that G4 has songs about cleaning up winter, as in not to the point of cleaning up in their world's aspect, but just the idea of imagine if all of a sudden you walked out and you were like, "I'm shoveling my driveway today." It's on the same vein. Not going to Dark 92 Enigma. That's just it, though, is it does give us a lot of bear with me, Tim, that I was meaning just the subject matter. But this brings up a good point that it's that a lot of songs, between both generations, it's just like the story they're telling. It's not the story being told, it's how it's being told. Vis-a-vis, it's not the song that's being played, it's how it's played, or presented, I'll say. That might be a better term. Therefore, Winter Wrap-Up, while, being just about wrapping up winter, both in a literal in a literal sense in their world, it's entertaining because it's actually pleasant to listen to. All right. I'm going to wrap this up, folks. I do like what you guys have to say here, though. Thank you for stopping by, everyone. On behalf of myself, Everlasting Joy, Twilight is Magic, and Mr. Ben, we'd like to thank everyone for stopping by. We know this was pretty darn painful, so don't worry. Next week, we are getting back into the G4 swing of things. Next week, we're planning on reviewing Read It and Weep, one of my favorites of Season 2. Stop on by, and in the meantime, folks, farewell.